The Arabic singular form dad, translated literally, may mean house, abode, structure, place, land, or country. In Islamic jurisprudence it often refers to a part of the world. The idea of geographical divisions along religious lines, that is the jur, is not mentioned in the Quran. The notions of houses, or divisions of the world in Islam, such as Dar al-Islam and Dar al-Harb, does not appear in the Quran or the Hadith. Early Islamic jurists devised these terms to denote legal rulings for ongoing Muslim conquests almost a century after Muhammad. The very first use of the terms was in Iraq by Abu Hanifa and his disciples Abu Yusuf and al-Shaybani. Among those in the Levant, al-Awza'i was leading in this discipline, and later Shafi'i. Contemporary Islamic scholars have argued the inapplicability of this early philosophical division of the world, citing its lack of scriptural backing. Major religious divisions. Dar al-Islam Dar al-Islam is a term used by Muslim scholars to refer to those countries where Muslims can practice their religion as the ruling sect and where other religions are to be tolerated. It's the area of the world under the rule of Islam, literally, the home of Islam. These are usually Islamic cultures wherein Muslims represent the majority of the population, and so the government promises them a privileged status. Most Dar al-Islam areas are surrounded by other Islamic societies to ensure public protection. Some modern Muslim scholars believe that the labeling of a country or place as being a part of Dar al-Islam revolves around the question of religious security. This means that if a Muslim practices Islam freely in his place of abode, even though that place happens to be secular or un-Islamic, then he will be considered as living in the Dar al-Islam. Yet, the majority opinion, which relies on tradition, claims that only countries ruled by Sharia can be considered true abodes of peace. Dar al-Islam is also known and referred to as Dar al-Salam, or House Abode of Peace. The term appears in the Quran in 10.25 and 6.127 as a name of paradise. According to Abu Hanifa, considered to be the originator of the concept, the requirements for a country to be part of Dar al-Islam are: Muslims must be able to enjoy peace and security within this country. The country should be ruled by a Muslim government. It has common frontiers with some Muslim countries. Dar al-Harb Dar al-Harb. Dar al-Harb is a term classically referring to those countries where the Muslim law is not in force, in the matter of worship and the protection of the faithful and dhimmis. It is unclean by definition, and will not become clean until annexed to the House of Peace. Its denizens are either to be converted, killed or, if people of the book, tolerated as long as they pay the jizya. Other ideological perceptions and international relations. Dar al-Hutna Dar al-Hutna, the land of non-believers currently under a truce, which is a respite between wars. A truce is bought by tribute or agreement. If either the Harbis break the conditions for the truce, or after 10 years, hostilities are resumed. Furthermore, only treaties that conform to Islamic prescriptions are valid. If these conditions are not fulfilled, the treaty is worthless. Dar al-Ad, Dar al-Sulh Dar al-Ad or Dar al-Sulh are terms used for territories that do have a treaty of non-aggression or peace with Muslims. These terms were coined to refer to the Ottoman Empire's relationship with its Christian tributary states. Today, the term refers to those non-Muslim governments which have armistice or peace agreements with Muslim governments. The actual status of the non-Muslim country in question may vary from acknowledged equality to tributary states. Dar al-Amn Dar al-Amn refers to the status of Muslims either in the West or other non-Muslim societies. The term Dar al-Amn may be used in conjunction with, or in opposition to, the older terms Dar al-Islam and Dar al-Harb, from which it is derived. This region usually refers to countries where Muslims have the right to practice their religion. Many countries with Muslim minorities have been declared as Dar al-Amn at different points in time. Dar al-Dawar Dar al-Dawar refers to a region where the religion of Islam has recently been introduced. Since the population had not been exposed to Islam before, they may not fit into the traditional definition of Dar al-Harb. On the other hand, as the region is not yet Muslim, it cannot be Dar al-Islam either. The most frequent use of the term Dar al-Dawar is in regard to Arabia before and during the life of Muhammad, commonly referred as Jahiliyyah period, era of ignorance of divine guidance. More recently, the term Dar al-Dawar has been proposed by Western Muslim philosophers for the status of Muslims in the West, or, more likely and logically, for the Western countries where these are living. The term Dar al-Dawar may be used in conjunction with, or in opposition to, the older terms Dar al-Islam and Dar al-Harb, from which it is derived, or simply be seen as just another subcategory of Dar al-Harb. See also Ummah, Caliphate, Dhimmi, Sulh, Pan-Islamism, Islamic Studies. References. Further reading, Western Muslims and the Future of Islam, by Tariq Ramadan, Fatwa on Terrorism and Suicide Bombings, by Muhammad Tayyar al-Qadri, Nicola Melis, Tratados sulla Guerra. Il Kitab al-Jihad di Mollah Khosrav. Cagliari, Ipsa, 2002. External links, Sects in Islam.